Hi, my name is Gabriel. I'm the partner in the financial services group in BDO Singapore. I was based in Geneva for the last 5 years, and I think I had the opportunity to meet up with you I think it was in Zurich. And I think from then on, we just got along quite well in the sense of developing the ecosystem in the FinTech world, and I brought it all the way back to Singapore. Okay. So as a partner, I'm basically involved in the financial audits for banks and fund management companies, and as well, part and parcel of my role is to also develop the business line of service in relation to crypto and fintech companies as well. I think what we do see in terms of the ecosystems between Singapore and Switzerland, I think both countries are really similar in sizes, and it's interesting to see how the startups between the two entities countries are basically growing, and I even in the current crisis we also see that there's great opportunity and potential for the fintech companies moving forward. So I think in the Singapore fintech space, what we do see is that the government has been very proactive in terms of developing that specific industry. As you might be aware, that there's the Singapore Fintech Festival that ran through for the last at least 2 years, and then what we do see is that this space is really, the startups has been growing, and the international exposure that had developed Singapore really as one of the platforms and one of the, I would say, exhibitors of the fintech world. Similarly, in Switzerland, you have the well-established financial institutions in that area, and what we do see is that the new startups relating to fintech actually complements the whole ecosystem relating to the financial services. I think really it boils down to that of the networking. I think it's important to basically be able to be connected within an ecosystem and not be in your own bubble. And that is why before I left Switzerland to come back to Singapore permanently, I really registered to be a lifetime member. And I think just having that network, it gives me like the opportunity to see what is abroad, and also as well how it can complement the ecosystem of the fintech societies in Singapore. Yeah. So in terms of the current global pandemic per se, I think everybody's having some sort of a shock in relation to the whole situation. I think what we have to bear in mind is that it's really to stay calm and really take one day at a time. I think what I see in Singapore and China is probably like I would say a bellwether. I would say that seeing that China is coming out from this current situation, we see Singapore as well as managing quite well. So I think it is of course an area of concern. You have to just be careful in terms of business wise, but I think stay calm and take one day at a time to be able to manage it accordingly. Relating to the fintech society, relating to the fintech associations, I'm sure that it can be of a concern, but I think the key thing is that as long as you establish the services, as long as you really engage well with the stakeholders, you'll be able to survive through the economy and profit from it as well. So I think in terms of the fintech ecosystem, I think continue to trug on as it is, continue to develop what you have, and also to reach out to various stakeholders. This is an opportune time to be able to engage well with the various stakeholders and stay calm and really take one day at a time. It will come to pass, and when it comes to pass, we will be able to reconnect accordingly, and you will see that the ecosystem will continue to grow beyond this phase. Hello, my name is Gabriel. I'm the partner in the financial services group in BDO Singapore. Thank you for listening. I hope to meet some of you when you come over to Singapore for the Singapore FinTech Festival. In the meantime, stay in touch.